Right, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Zolfa Club, and welcome back to another episode of Master League with Arsenal FC on PES 2018. And so far we've had a decent start to the season, winning the FA Community Shield against Chelsea in the first episode, and then in the second episode, which is the last one, we took on Manchester City, drew that one in the first game of the Premier League, and then beat AFC Bournemouth 3-1, but as you guys can see, it says 4-0. That is because I had to play it again, because I am a bloody goon. Forgot to save it right after the game finished, and I had to play it again, my man. I had to play it again, so we did win again 4-0, so Lacazette actually scored all 4 goals, which was actually ridiculous. But we're looking good in terms of rankings. Like as you guys can see, Alexandre Lacazette now has 5 goals in the Premier League, and then in terms of assists, we need to improve on that front and hopefully get more players involved in the assist situation. So the first game is in the Barclays Premier League, and it's against West Ham United away. We are going to be using our black kits for the very first time. This is how the squad is going to be looking like. Everyone looks in top shape. Mustafi is down, but I think I might risk him, or it might be playing Holding. I'm not too sure. I actually think Holding would be good in this situation to get more minutes in games, because he's not going to get a lot, to be honest with you guys. So hopefully we can continue a good form and maintain all 3 points. Right, so it's match day number 3 in the Premier League at the London Stadium. West Ham United against Arsenal FC. West Ham have a couple of new decent signings in their ranks. Arnautovic and Chicharito. Little P, to name a few. In terms of experience, they have added Pablo Zabaleta, I should say. But Arsenal are in good form at the moment, and a win here could see them further solidify their spots at the top of the table. 5th minute in this first half. Granit Xhaka, who can strike it. Granit Xhaka, my word, similar to his effort against Chelsea in the Community Shield. He does have a sick left foot, a hammer on the left foot, tipped away by Joe Hart. In the end, corner for Arsenal, which Xhaka will take. Needs a good delivery, Granit Xhaka. In the end, nothing coming out of that one. Still alive though, Hector Bellerin. Mesut Ozil out wide for Xhaka. Bellerin, good play from Arsenal. Ramsey back for Xhaka. Tiki-taka at the moment. Alexis Lacazette. The ball is stuck. It's Lacazette again, and there's the goal. Arsenal dominating in that situation and in that play, particularly after that Xhaka shot. West Ham barely touched the ball. Alexis Sanchez registers his first assist. I believe that will count as an assist. But Lacazette, ice cold in front of goal. Got a bit lucky in the box there, but it's 1-0 to the Gunners early on. West Ham looking to respond right after is Arnautovic. Monreal can't get there. Oh, it's a dangerous ball. Masuaku kept it alive. Cresswell. Lovely cross, and it's in! West Ham United are level. And it's Javier Hernandez who gets the goal for West Ham in the equaliser in the 15th minute. My goodness me, what a start to this game. I'm kind of speechless, guys. I don't know what just happened. Cresswell, lovely cross over the top to find Chicharito, and that's what he does best. It's 1-1 and it's game on in this tie. My goodness me, end-to-end stuff. Arsenal try to respond now themselves. Lovely turn by Alexis Sanchez. Kolasinac. Right away Arsenal trying to get another goal. Lacazette. Mesut Ozil. Oh my goodness me. And it's just wide. End-to-end stuff, like I said before, guys. Oh, it's just brilliant football again by Arsenal. Ozil tried to place it into the bottom corner. Typical Ozil strike, that one. Remains 1-1 though. Xhaka. Alexis Sanchez. Oh, Alexis has lost it. Careless from Alexis. Committed by Koscielny, and the chance. Oh my goodness me. That's a combination of a giveaway and poor defending. Dominguez Quina scores for West Ham United right before half-time, and Arsenal find themselves behind. The comeback is complete for West Ham United in this first half. Goals galore, I should say. Entertaining stuff, but that's just really poor by the Gunners altogether. 2-1. Right, guys, and there is the half-time whistle. Arsenal find themselves 2-1 down away at West Ham United after an early goal from Alexander Lacazette. It just turned bad to worse from there. Hopefully, the second half does improve for us. Arsenal need to get that goal early. Lovely turn by Alexis. He's still going. Alexis Sanchez, brilliant goal. Brilliant goal by the little Chilean himself. That is what you call a spectacular solo effort by one of your best players currently on the pitch. Lovely turn to get away from 3 men actually. Alexis Sanchez, brilliant strike, brilliant finish, and it's 2-2 early on in this second. Arsenal now getting their groove back. Alexis back towards Lacazette. Surely he just couldn't get his shot away. Big chance that one for Arsenal. Here's Alexander Lacazette finding himself on the right hand side against Fonte. Does very well. It's Lacazette. Took a deflection. Fantastic save by Joe Hart. Reflex stuff, that one. Xhaka. Great through ball for Lacazette. Always going wide of Joe Hart's goal. Will there be a winner in this game, guys? Xhaka wins the ball back there. Alexis Sanchez finds Xhaka again. It's a decent ball over the top. But Lacazette sees his shot go well wide in the end. 2-2 still. Less than 15 minutes left to play. What can Arsenal do here? That's a mistake. It's Danny Welbeck, the substitute. Can he put Arsenal ahead? Yes, he has. Danny Welbeck puts Arsenal in the lead once again. In the 78th minute, the super sub comes off the bench and could potentially grab the winner in this game for the Gunners here. It's been all Arsenal in this second half. West Ham United failing to build up to the strong first. It's 3-2. Welbeck. It's been excellent so far since coming on. Bellerin. Alexander Lacazette. What can he do? Arsenal want to finish this game off. Lacazette. Kolasinac. There's the goal. And it's Sead Kolasinac again, who scored in the last episode against AFC Bournemouth. Technically, this is his first goal yet again, because I had to play the Bournemouth game once again. But what a header by the big boy, Sead Kolasinac. Coming and running from left back, left wing back, I should say. Brilliant cross in by Lacazette to pick Kolasinac in that box. And surely that's game over. 4-2. West Ham searching for a consolation maybe. It's a decent cross in. The header, in the end, just wide. But that is going to be it for the game, guys. Full-time whistle is here. Arsenal win 4-2 away at the London Stadium. West Ham United really poor in that second half. Arsenal once again turning up the ante and the pace. In that second, we were the much better side in terms of chances and shots. And really proud of the boys in that second half, really. The man of the match was Alexandre Lacazette. Right, so this is the matchday 3 results across the league. Again, Man City winning, Chelsea winning. The top of the table is our arch rivals and arch nemesis, Tottenham. So we've got to kick them out at the top sooner rather than later. At the bottom, Stoke City, Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Right, so this is the monthly report for the month of August, I believe. I want to say August, might be September. It is August. And Lacazette has 3 goals. Xhaka last night with a few assists. Assist ranking, Lacazette has 2. Lacazette has overall been our best player. So that's really good. Right, guys, so deadline day is here. We've got 15 hours for this last day of the transfer window. Let's see what we can do for the ins and outs in this last few remaining hours, I should say. Let's go to negotiations. Let's look at my team. I think Walcott got an offer from Real Sociedad. They want 24 million for Theo Walcott, and he's only billed in the transfer market for 17 million. So I think I'm going to let him go. I think I'm gonna let him go, and he hasn't played at all for us, so might as well just accept that offer for Real Sociedad, from Real Sociedad, I should say. But let's take a look at if they have anyone to trade. But let's just go for it, man. I mean, Walcott, long-time servant to the club, more than 10 years, so he gets his wish out of the club. 12 hours left. Let's see if that deal does go through and materialize for Walcott and co. And it looks like Walcott is off our books. So that's one out that I'm completely satisfied with, since we're not going to be using Theo at all. 25 million, that is perfectly fine. Terms accepted. Will take 2 hours, so need to take into consideration what we can do in terms of potential ins, because I really still want to bring in Virgil van Dijk. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to bring Thomas Lemar or Draxler. I don't think, just not enough time, not enough funds to accommodate both. But Petr Cech has received an offer from Real Betis. I'm not going to entertain that offer at all. Petr Cech is still our #1 goalkeeper. So let's take a look at the listed players, and let's take a look at Van Dijk again. So his chances of signing have actually increased from 1 bar to 2. So let's try for Virgil van Dijk. We have 8 hours. Can we do it, guys? Can we pull off a massive deadline day signing for Virgil van Dijk? But unfortunately, the first round of negotiations have broken down. So it's going to be tough still for Virgil van Dijk. We still have less than 8 hours. Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. His market value is at 16 million. And we have less than 5 hours now. The clock is ticking. Can we get Virgil van Dijk in? Ooh. Okay, so Coquelin has received an offer. Maybe more potential money in the bank for us. Second round of negotiations look to have broken down for Coquelin that time. For Virgil van Dijk, I should say, sorry. But look at that. Coquelin's market value is 14 million. Toulouse are willing to pay 19 million. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get more money out of them, really, at least for 20 million. I'm just gonna accept that, really. I don't think they do have anyone that I want in terms of a swap, straight swap. But that's a really good deal, man. 20 million for Coquelin, for a player who's barely played for us again. And I'm just actually gonna accept that rather than renegotiate, because that's just good money right there to be made from a player who's just average, really. And Coquelin has left the club. We have less than 3 hours. What can we do? Can we get Virgil van Dijk into the club, guys? Can we do it? It's gonna be really tight. This depends on if the transfer negotiations do not break down. Rugani will probably sign for us, but I really don't want another bang on, you know, really average defender just to fill a gap at the back. I really want a leader, a proper centre back in Virgil van Dijk. This process will take about 2 hours, so let's see what we can do. An hour left for the transfer deadline day before it closes. Come on, baby, come on. Virgil van Dijk. Okay, so there's been an update for Virgil van Dijk. Let's see first how much Southampton want for him, because we do have the funds now. We have about 80 million in the bank, and they want 20 million. Okay, I think we have to go and accept it right away, guys. No renegotiating, no time for that. And his salary is 3 million, so I think I'm going to do it. I think Van Dijk is signed, guys. That is going to be the end of transfer deadline day. Right, so here is the first team of the month for the league. Lacazette makes it into the side, so that's always good to see. Some big names there, including an ex-Arsenal player. So the owner wants us to get past the group stages in the Europa League. That's perfectly fine. Right, guys, so before we jump into the Europa League game that we have to play against Atalanta, let's take a look and get confirmation that Van Dijk has joined up with Arsenal FC. There he is. What a deadline day signing from Arsene Wenger to pull that one out of the bag in the last few hours of transfer deadline day. My goodness me, what a signing that is. That, my friends, is a statement signing by Arsene Wenger to pull that one out of the bag and get someone like Virgil van Dijk in, an established defender in the Barclays Premier League, is absolutely phenomenal. And I think we're going to be seeing his debut in the Europa League in this next game against Atalanta. So, it's going to be interesting, man. Right, so the next game is our very first game in the Europa League. I hate to say it, but we've got to play in the Europa League this season, guys. And it's against Atalanta. And I think Van Dijk, as I mentioned previously, will make his debut for Arsenal. And I just can't wait to play with him, man. He's just going to add so much solidarity at the back for us. He's a leader. And with alongside Koscielny and Mustafi, that defense looks rock solid. But we're going to make a lot of changes, giving a lot of game time to those who really don't see a lot of game time in the league, or maybe the FA Cup, maybe. So the likes of Giroud will start, Welbeck, Iwobi, Wilshere, Seri, and Holding again will make a start. Mustafi and Van Dijk will be at the centre-back positions as well. Maitland-Niles will come in at right wing-back, so that's pretty good, man. I like to give a lot of game time to a lot of players, especially the youngsters, to get a lot of minutes and experience both in and out of the league if they're called upon. So hopefully we can grab the first 3 points in the Europa League and get off to a winning start. Right, so it's match day number 1 in the Europa League for Arsenal and Atalanta. And in this opening group stage game, where Arsenal will be playing away, so it might be a difficult task for some of the youngsters. Olivier Giroud is the captain for today's side, but there is the new signing, Virgil Van Dijk. What a deadline day signing, guys. My goodness me. You can't really script that, my man. You can't really script those things. And I'm just glad we pulled it off as we take a listen at the Europa League anthem, which is pretty intimidating, I might say. Still, the Champions League anthem is still my favorite, but, you know, we've got to deal with the Europa League this season, and we just have ourselves to blame for the failures of last season. Hopefully, get off to a good start, though. Here's Jack Wilshere. Sead Kolasinac chips it over to Maitland-Niles. Great run. Still Maitland-Niles. Giroud. There's the first goal for Arsenal. Olivier Giroud, who's struggling to get a starting spot in the league. But he gets his chance today against Atalanta in the first game in the Europa League, and he's taking it. It's a brilliant ball over the top by Sead Kolasinac. Maitland-Niles unlucky with his effort, but Olivier Giroud gets his goal. 1-0 to Arsenal. Kolasinac trying to find Olivier Giroud again. In the defender. Oh my goodness me, Giroud! Oh, was not really expecting that chance from Giroud. Lacked power in the end by the Frenchman. Maybe should have been 2-0, really. It's really clear chance, that one. Really wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. But a good save. Corner for Arsenal. Jack Wilshere will take. Arsenal have had more possession early on. It's a good corner. And again, I think that might have been Giroud again. Not really too sure who got the last header. It was Giroud. Always rising, though. Remains 1-0 in this first half. Jack Wilshere, who's got some room and time. Wilshere! Good shot, but in the end comfortably palmed away by the goalkeeper. Steady. Takes a shot himself. Back towards Steady. Maitland-Niles. Alex Iwobi. In the end cleared away. And that's going to be half-time in this tie, guys. This first game of the Europa League in the group stages. Arsenal lead Atalanta 1-0 away. Thanks to a goal from Olivier Giroud. But look at that dominating performance. We're just not getting the goals. Hopefully more goals to come in the second half. And we need more from Giroud and co up top. Seri finds Alex Iwobi. Great bit of pace there by Iwobi. Maitland-Niles, good cross for Seri. Comfortable in the end for the Atalanta goalkeeper. Atalanta have a chance here. Van Dijk is struggling. The header away by Mustafi. The shot took a deflection and it's going to go in. Oh my word. Again, it's poor defending even with Van Dijk in there. It's just, I don't know what the AI is on, man. But Gomez scores and equalizes for Atalanta. And again, it's just poor defending. We just can't clear our lines, guys. Came off Jack Wilshere, I think, that one. That's the shot. The deflected shot as Lucas Podolski, my goodness me, comes on for Atalanta. Forgot they had him. And it's 1-1 in this group stage game, guys. Here come Atalanta again. Could find themselves a goal ahead. Podolski. Spina had to make the save nonetheless. Wasn't really sure where the ball would end up. Arsenal searching for that second goal. Maitland-Niles with the cross. Giroud. Fantastic save that time by the Atalanta goalkeeper. Here's Ramsey, who has come on for the Gunners. Great 1-2 between Giroud and Ramsey. And Ramsey. Maitland-Niles. What can he do? Great cross on Maitland-Niles. Ramsey! There's the super sub effect yet again for Arsenal. And it's Aaron Ramsey who gets his first goal of the season in all competitions. It's a fantastic finish by the Welshman. And that's what Arsenal needed late on in this second half. Maitland-Niles, lovely cross to find Ramsey again. He is onside. And Arsenal lead Atalanta 2-1 as they make a few changes themselves. And the referee blows his whistle for full time, and Arsenal take all 3 points back to North London in a very hard-fought victory over Atalanta away in this very first game of the Europa League group stages. And we really made it hard than it should have been, I should say. And we were dominating on all fronts in possession and in chances. 12 shots, 8 on target. The man of the match was the match winner himself, Aaron Ramsey. Let's take a look at matchday number 1 group stage results across the competition. Some of these teams, my goodness me, haven't even heard of them at all, but Arsenal are top of the table so far, so that's always good to see. So that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a fantastic edition of Master League with that deadline day signing of Virgil Van Dijk. If you guys did, please leave a like rating down below as per usual. And if you're new around here, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, as it would be truly and greatly appreciated. So with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks again for tuning in to some more Master League with Arsenal FC on PES 2018. And remember to keep it real.